Grade A.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Grade A Moose, and I got another bang. In this video, I'm going to give you guys my personal version of a Kawhi Leonard build in this year's game. Before we get into the build, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the build and what other builds like to see on the channel. Also, if you're looking for beats, instrumentals, similar to what I play in the intro and my outros, my guy Grade A Temple got some of the best beats out there today. Link is going to be in the top right corner. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit him up if you need a beat. And let's get right into it. Now, first and last name's your preference. Hand is going to be left hand just because I like the visual cue better on the left-handed shooters. Jersey number is going to be number 2. Position, small forward. Height, we're going to go 6'6", and I'm going to explain why. Kawhi's height is actually 6'7", but I'm going to go 6'6". You get better attributes at this height, in my opinion, based on how I made the build. So that's why we're going with 6'6". Weight is going to be 225. Wingspan, we're only going to go 7'1", and that's similar to the height, and I'm going to explain why based on the attributes, why I went with the 7'1" wingspan opposed to maxing out. Now, we're going to start with the physicals. This Kawhi build is more so catered to his time and tenure in the San Antonio Spurs, where he was a Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. So when you see the attributes, it might bring cause to pause. However, this is more of a San Antonio-like minded Kawhi. So just keep that in mind. But the build's still going to be good nonetheless, because I don't make bad builds if you've been following the channel. So vertical, we're going to go to 78. Strength, 73. Agility, we're going to go to an 85. Speed, we're only going to go to an 80. Now, the 80 speed is going to be more than enough. And 85 agility is going to be able to have you keep up with some of the smaller guards. So you can be able to guard 1 through 3, even some 4s, depending on how the matchup is when you're playing rec or proving grounds or pro-am. 73 strength is just enough to get the strong handles badge on gold. 78 verticals is going to be just enough to get you the pro contact dunks off 1 and 2. So that's the reason why we have our physicals laid out in this manner. Now for rebounding, for defensive rebound, we're going to go with a 70. And for offensive, we're going to go 67. This is going to allow you to get box out beats on silver as well as rebound chaser on bronze. Now for defense, one of my favorite parts of the build, block's going to be a 78, which will max out. You're going to have high flying denier on silver, which you can max +1 this to gold if you like. Steel, we're going to go with an 88 on the steel. Perimeter defense, we're going to go with a 94. And interior is going to be a 60, which was going to allow us to get paint patrol on bronze. We also have off-ball pest on Hall of Fame. And with a 94 perimeter, you have all the main perimeter badges on gold, which if you ever wanted to use your cap breakers on, you can get them to Legend or Hall of Fame for the most part. You also have a Immovable Forcer on bronze, which you can max +1 to silver. And with the 88 still, you have Interceptor on gold with glove on silver. Now to the playmaking. We're going to go with an 83 speed with ball. And we're going to go with an 80 ball handle for 71 pass accuracy. Now, this build is similar to my recent video that dropped, the ISO lockdown, the Michael Cooper build, which will be in the description at the end of the video. Because it's not only a lock, but it also can create for itself. And that's kind of where I got the idea of what Kawhi was in his early tenure towards the end of his tenure with the San Antonio Spurs. So this is perfect for Kawhi. He's a really underrated passer, but in this year's game with a 71 pass is more than enough to get the job done, especially if you have very high IQ and know how to pass the ball. 71's perfect. It won't be as fast as like the 82s or the 87s of the world, but it is more than enough because you also get dimer on silver, which you can max +1 if you want to gold. Now for shooting, 80 free throw. For the three-pointer, we're going to go to a 75. which you're probably thinking that's too low, but if you know your shot 75 is more than enough to hit consistently in this year's game. On top of having a high mid-range, which we will have an 86 mid-range, allowing us to get Deadeye on silver, set shot specialist on silver, shifty shooter on bronze. Now, for the finishing, post control, we're going to go to a 77. Allow us to get post up poet on silver, post powerhouse bronze, post fade phenom, hook specialist, and unpluggable all on silver. Now, for stand and dunk, we're going to go with a 40. Get the basic stand and dunk animations, which is good enough with this build and a Kawhi build, in my opinion. Because on the 5s or 3s, you get easy backdoor cuts. You're going to be bigger than most guards or wings around the same height, so you should be able to dunk right over them, especially with the high driving dunk. Because with this build, you're going to have an 88 driving dunk. Oh, hold on. Okay, that's why. Close shot went up. Your close shot should be a 72, 88 on the driving dunk, and you should have a 70 driving layup. So this is the build right here. With the 88 driving dunk, you get posterizer on silver, aerial wizard on gold. The 70 driving layup is going to give you physical finisher on bronze, float game on bronze as well. You don't get paint prodigy, but here's the fun part of the build. If you're someone like myself who's currently veteran 1, you should have a total of 10 cap breakers, unless you want to wait and make this build until Friday, where you can get to level 40 potentially first day if you want to pay to play or grind it out. You should have 11. But I made this build with only 10 cap breakers in mind at the moment. So what I would do with my 10 cap breakers is I put +1 on the drive and dunk, giving you an 89 drive and dunk. That's going to allow you to unlock the pro contact off 1 contact dunks. Then you're going to go down to your mid-range, and you're going to put +3 on the mid-range, give you an 89 mid-range. This is going to allow you to get set shot specialist on gold, and you're going to have shifty shooter on silver. One of the reasons why I went with the silver wingspan is for this particular attributes. It's going to allow you to increase your mid-range and three-pointer, which three-pointer doesn't really matter because we're not touching the three-pointer. But having a higher mid-range gives you more badge upgrades and better jump shot creations at your disposal. Then you're going to go to playmaking. You're going to do +1 on ball handle and speed with ball, giving you an 81 ball handle, giving you handles for days on silver, and you get the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dribble style. And then for defense, I put +1 on my perimeter defense, giving me a 95, which will allow me to get Challenger on Hall of Fame off the rip. And then I put 3 on my steal, giving me a 91 steal, allowing me to get glove on gold. And that is the build. The takeovers you have here, some great ones. The ones I use the most is Pest, which increases your perimeter defense, steal, and agility. And I use Slice, improving your drive and dunk speed and agility. But of course, the fitting takeover, if you like, you don't have to use it, but given the build name and the similarities who I want it to be like, Kawhi Leonard, the claw takeover, it's like peanut butter and jelly. Goes hand in hand. But this is the build. Let's get into the shades. The shades will not come out to be Kawhi Leonard. This is just a personal build I made. But as you see, Alex Caruso, Herb Jones, and Grant Hill. And the build name comes out to be a wing stopper. Now, let's get into the jump shot and the animations. So, here's the build maxed out with the cap breakers as I mentioned. You got +1 on drive and dunk, 3 on the mid-range, 1 on ball handle and speed with ball. You have 1 on the perimeter defense, and then 3 on steal. So that's the build right there. Real quick before we get to the animations, if you're looking for this face creation right here, look no further than my guy Terradome23 on YouTube, one of the better creators in the community. We got a bunch of dope content creators in the community, so shout out to him. If you're looking for this creation right here for Kawhi Leonard, it will be in the top right corner in the description. Now, here's the animations. Dribble style, SGA. K Cunningham for the size up. Regular breakdown, Jalen Green. Aggressive is Devin Booker. Escape, PG. Combos is Devin Booker. Crossover, Devin Booker. Behind the back Kawhi. Spin is Steve Nash, but sometimes I use Andrew Wiggins. Hezzy's Halliburton. Step back Zach LaVine. Kobe Bryant for the triple threat style. Motion style Caruso. Hop shot Kobe. Post up Joel Embiid. Post fade is Kevin Durant. We also have Devin Booker's hop jumper and spin jumper. Pro 2 for the dribble pull up. Go to shots KD. And for my dunk styles, I have 2-foot reverse baseline dunks. I have the pro context off 2, pro context off 1, athletic rim hangs off 1, quick drop off 1, baseline reverses off 1. Then for the standing dunk, I have just the under the basket 2 hands. And then for signature dunk packages, I'll use LeBron's and Latrell Sprewell's. So that's my dunk animations. Now for the jump shot. So here's my jump shot, man. Tracy McGrady base, Oscar Robertson upper release, Baluba upper release 2, max out speed, Oscar Robertson 45 on the blend, 55 Baluba, and the visual cue, is release. I use the release visual cue. And then you see in the bottom right, you only need an 84 mid-range or 3-pointer to get this jump shot. So if you want to tweak the build to your liking and play style where you only need an 84 midi, or you want to go lower on the midi and go with an 84-3, however you want to do it, as long as you have the 84 mid-range or 3-point shot requirement, you're able to use this jump shot. And if you try out the jump shot and you think it's chicken, let me know in the comments. I truly appreciate it. But this is the build. So if you made this far in the video, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the build. It's your boy, Grade A Musa. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Hey, run that thing up.